Welcome. This breathwork practice is for folks who struggle to breathe into their bellies. And so rather in the initial stages, focusing on whether or not we're breathing into the bellies, we're going to focus on opening things up in this part of our body. Okay? So we'll start with just 3 breaths together, however feels natural. Breathe it all out first. And then at your own pace, breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. One more together. Breathe in and out. If it's accessible to you, I recommend that you stand for this first part of the practice. And step 1 is we are just going to shake it out. So think about all of your joints moving and flowing, just letting the liquid, the fluid in your body run through all of your joints by giving everything a little shake. Okay, good job. From here, we're going to inhale and raise our arms to the sky. And exhale, we're going to open and soften. Do that again. Inhale. Exhale, open and soften. These don't have to be the biggest inhales in all the land. Exhale, soften. We're just opening things in this area. So inhale. Exhale, soften. Nor are we trying to be the best breather in all the land. In and out. Go at your own pace here. Breathe as fast or as slow as you want. On the exhale, maybe it comes out more like a ha. In. Couple more at your own pace. Good job. Okay, the next one. This time when we inhale, we're going to inhale as deeply and as fully and as slowly as feels comfy. We're not, but just, let me get that out. Just, right, whatever feels comfy for you. But as you do so, you're going to let your arms rise on the inhale just as high as they want to go. And on the exhale, we're going to open them. And on the inhale, the arms rise as high as they want to go. And on the exhale, they open and soften. Maybe they want to rise all the way up. And exhale, open and soften. Maybe it's about halfway. Maybe it's little. Doesn't matter. Play with what feels nice for you and go at your own pace, but we're breathing in and out. And on the in, the arms are floating up. And on the exhale, they're floating open and down. Really sinking into what your body wants in this moment. Couple more, you're breathing at your own pace. On the inhale, the arms rise however high they want to go. And on the exhale, they're opening and down. Well done. Okay. We're playing with letting our muscles fall off of our bone. So if you have ever done a little Tai Chi or a Qigong, I believe they use this reference often. Really thinking about all of the muscles, your face, your shoulders, your arms, your belly, your back, your legs, your feet. Think about that muscle melting off of the bone. Think about it hanging. You may want to bend your knees a little bit to sort of feel into that. Maybe your butt's sticking way out and that's uncomfortable, and you can see if it feels nicer if you bring that pelvis a little further forward. But find what feels nice for you. Letting those knees bend and just letting the muscle hang. And in that moment, while the muscle is hanging, you can start to move. And we're not necessarily moving fast or slow. And it can be feet, it can be arms, it can be hands, it can be whatever feels nice. But we're letting that muscle hang. And then we're staying in that hanging quality, and we're not taking any particular movement in this moment. We're just feeling what it feels like to take movements with muscles that are more relaxed. If this makes no sense to you whatsoever, when you were a kid, did you ever stand in a doorway and press your hands against the doorway? So here's doorway, and you press, right? Doorway. And then you press into that doorway, and you hold that for like, I don't know how long, but you hold and you hold and you hold and you hold. And if you didn't have a doorway, maybe somebody else held your hands against you, or if you're like me in this moment and you don't have either, and you just sort of pretend there's a doorway and you press against it, you press against it, you press against it, you press against it, and then you step out of the doorway and you let go and your arms kind of float. Have we done that? If you haven't, go try it. But in that space, that floating place, in this moment, there's no particular movement that is prescribed. It's just getting used to what it feels like to move with your muscles hanging off of your body. With me? Okay. So when you're ready, when you feel like you've moved, give it a little shake. From every joint, shake it out. And we're going to do a couple more full range of motion with those arms. But in that full range of motion, see if you can keep more of, not necessarily perfection here, but more of that floating quality as they move. All right, feel free to go at your own pace. If you are breathing faster or slower than me, that is perfect. If you tend to be a faster breather, if you tend to be a little bit stressed in your world, consider slowing your breath down by just a hair. It doesn't have to be at my pace, but consider what it might feel like to slow down just a little for this moment. Okay, when you're ready, when you've got your wiggles, my hips probably keep wiggling all the way through. That's just what they like to do. Breathe it all out first. Inhale, arms rise with a floating quality. Exhale, open and soften. Inhale, arms come all the way up, they float. Exhale, open and soften. One more inhale. Exhale, open and soften. And then if you haven't already gone at your own pace, continue on at your own pace. Let it be soft. Let it be easy. See if those arms can float up on the inhales and open on the exhales. Beautiful. If your body wants any other movement in this moment, if your body wants a couple stretches in this moment, take them. And then when you're ready for the final phase of this practice, you are welcome to keep standing if you can be comfy and cozy and relaxed while you're standing, or you're welcome to lie flat on the ground. If you're lying on the ground, consider, if you just want to lie flat, that's lovely, but consider bending your legs so that your knees are bent and your feet are flat on the mat or the floor or this halfway on a cushion if that's where you are. Consider this one, and this might help to stabilize that pelvis a little bit and soften so that we can focus on this breath. I'm going to stand for the sake of visibility on camera, but again, if the floor is your best bet right now, and I would take the floor if I wasn't teaching, truthfully, take it. Okay, so once you find your comfy spot, you're going to put one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. And you're simply going to breathe in and out. And you're just going to take a couple breaths. You're not trying to do anything here. You're just breathing in and out. And as you're breathing, you're noticing, is the hand on your chest moving? Is the hand on your belly moving? We're not calling either of those right or wrong. We're simply noticing what moves when I inhale and what moves when I exhale. And then for the sake of this moment, we're going to see if we can breathe a little more into our belly than into our chest. And so when we inhale, see if you can focus into your belly enough that your belly hand rises more than your hand chest hand, whatever, you know what I mean. So just taking some inhales and noticing. You're breathing at your own pace here, but think about starting to slow them down. Think about each breath being 1 millisecond slower than the one before it. And again, just notice, can you breathe in such a way that your belly rises a little more than your chest? And then leaving your hands, one on belly, one on chest. You can keep them as is, or you can switch them if you want and place your opposite hand on your belly and your opposite hand on your chest. And then take a couple breaths without thinking or trying or controlling. So you're not trying to put this breath anywhere in particular. You're just taking a couple breaths and you're noticing what moves, which hand moves. Doesn't matter, there's no right or wrong. We're just breathing and noticing. And then on the inhale, leave your hands where you are, but don't think about your hands. On the inhale, just drop your awareness into your tailbone. So see if you can bring some of that physical body awareness into the tailbone on the inhale. And then on the exhale, let it just soften. On the inhale, bring your awareness into your tailbone. And on the exhale, simply soften. You're moving at your own pace here, but on the inhales, your awareness drops into your tailbone. And on the exhale, it softens. Couple more. Three-ish more at your own pace. On the inhale, your awareness comes into your tailbone. And on the exhale, you're softening. If you are standing in this moment, I invite you to find a seat or a lie down, back, belly, whatever feels nice. If you are currently on your back, I invite you to get cozy. Let your hands go where your hands want to go. Let your feet and legs go where your feet and legs want to go. And we're going to take a few moments to simply breathe. We're not controlling our breath in this moment. We're simply existing. As we bring this session to a close, you're welcome to remain in your zone for as long as you like. I will simply take this moment to say thank you for being here, and I look forward to next time.